By a final score of 31-17. His comments are brought to you by CMC Mitchell & Associates, as they are each and every week. Coach, congratulations on the win. Let's talk about that first half. The 24 points on Northern Iowa, that's the most points they've allowed in an opening half this year in Valley play. They've been such a good, stingy defense just in all areas. What did you like about the opening stanza of this game for your team in the first half?
Yeah, I think it's just you know, I've said this all week, and I know that narratives and stuff can get built. We have a good football team, and if we just stay on track and execute, then we can go move the ball. And we've done that consistently throughout the year. 2 games aren't going to define our season, and you know, against really good football teams. And so the expectation, the guys in the building just have a mentality of going and playing high-level football. I felt like, you know, you can only score 24 points, so you're getting possessions back. We got 3 and outs. I feel like the defense played. It got a little sloppy there at the end, obviously, and that's what people, you know, or coaches probably kind of a bad taste on how, you know, we fumbled the ball, the backups, and then gave up a block punt there at the end. But, you know, if you turn on that tape for 55 minutes of the game, and both sides of the football, I feel like, played at a high level.
Yeah, Coach, always take the win, and you got to be really pleased with just how the defense came out and played and impacted the game, taking some stuff away that you knew you were going to see from them. And then offensively, a lot of dudes making plays. DJ distributing the ball, had some key calls using the screen against pressure, you know, on that one drive. I mean, what things stand out to you, jump out to you as far as what both sides of the ball did today?
Yeah, I think, you know, first defensively, just disruptive, playing in the backfield. Guys had a strain about them. That's what you challenge this group to do. And, you know, I felt like there was just a want-to and just a determination. We got a good football team. I just keep saying that. Like, that's what I told them. When I look around this room, like, it's not just me trying to pump them up or to fluff them up to give them confidence. Like, there's no reason why this team shouldn't have high-level confidence no matter who we're playing. And our schedule has provided to go against the best up until this point. You know, it's a top-ranked strength of schedule. And so we got a good team. And, you know, those guys up front, I mean, you got to watch the tape, but, you know, they're just flying around. I felt like we tackled better. Last week we did not. You know, we talked about leverage, talked about just, you know, there were some times things that showed up in that game last week that you put on the tape this week. And it really, at the beginning of the game, Vinny Pierre coming down and making some, big-time fit tackles that the ball's got to get down. Last week some of those popped out. So I'm just proud of just, you know, all 11 guys. We talked about just you got to be able to take the field and, like, all your teammates trust, like, that you can trust me. I'm going to be in the right spot. You know, I heard this earlier. I think it was one of the alumni said, like, go out and play mistake-free football. And that's never happened. You know, that's never happened in 11-on-11 football. And I was like, that's not going to happen tomorrow. And it was kind of like, you know, you're clueless a little bit if you think that we're going to play. And so I don't want our team feeling like you're going to go out there and play a perfect game, because it's not going to happen. I played in a lot of football games. I never played a perfect game. But the response and the deep down, like, the attitude's right, the effort's right, like, you can trust me to respond the right way. And I felt like our guys had that sense of urgency all week to get some things corrected and fixed. But I told them, like, I want you to play aggressive. I don't want you playing to you know, scared to make a mistake or make the same mistake you made last week. You never play well when you do that. And so it's about playing aggressive, trusting your teammates, and then go cutting it loose. And I felt like our guys did that today.
Nick, I didn't think that DJ had to be exemplary today. He himself would have said after the last 2 weeks that he wanted to play better. 19 for 23 for 190, and 3 out of the 4 incomplete passes were to evade a sack and find somebody that he could throw the ball at least close to not lose yardage. And then he ran the ball for, about 51 yards offensively, and had the 2 touchdown passes. Again, he didn't have to be spectacular, but he was very workmanlike today, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no, I thought, this is, really good football game for DJ. Just efficient, like you said. I mean, I think two of them were getting out of sacks. The one right before half, two had a double move on and got beat on the left guard, and there before half probably could have got another touchdown right there or a shot at it. But was smart with the football and efficient. I mean, 19 of 23, and then the other shot down the field there that, Jathan maybe pass interference or whatever, contested catch, but he was seeing it good. The ball was getting distributed. I felt like even I said on the headset that last drive that we, had some big third down conversions. I felt like he was seeing it well. We even changed something up, that he brought up there when we were in empty. It was like, instead of running this, let's do this. Let's, run double hitches, and I can read that guy. That's the coverage. So when you hear that, and then that's what they did, and we throw it to Tay, we pick up a first down, we're chewing up clock, and then when he gets through his entire progression and gets to Jackson on this next third down. And so I thought, like, these are the games that this is winning football from him. He didn't have to go be Superman. Sometimes those runs are going to pop. He picked up a lot of third downs with his feet. He picked up third downs throwing the football, and then when need to be, he made the big explosive pass play to Jathan. And so I thought this was a good game for DJ.
Not to belabor anything, but it seemed like it had been 100 years since we had returned a punt for a touchdown. I think
was it 2007?
2006.
Craig Turner, who was probably a grandfather
it was
now.
Against Delaware when I was playing in the playoffs. I said that on the sideline. They were like, "It's been a while." It's like, no, I know exactly when it was.
And
I've been coaching a decade. We've never returned a punt.
Exactly. Well, I could have told you that too, but
but that was, and honestly, and maybe they'll say that, like, Tay, I felt like there was some opportunity there, the way he was hitting those punts. And then, he put the ball on the ground, and he did earlier. And, he fumbled one a couple weeks ago, I think Indiana State, and then he put the ball on the ground. And at halftime, I could see his body language, and we could say that. And I told him, like, the next opportunity, man, get your head up. We all believe in you. You're the punt returner. And I think you're going to take one to the house. So sometimes when you say those things, that's why everybody was coming up to me on the sideline, like, and then the first punt return of the second half. So he's a guy that can be a weapon back there. I'm really happy for Tay. He's a great kid, great part of the program. Had some, the third down conversion. He's a guy that we can keep getting going and activate in the offense, but huge play for us in that to start the second half.
Jeremiah McClendon's day was just outstanding in every area. Coach Hill, I mean, he was a stat sheet stuffer today. Got a pick, got a sack, multiple pass deflections. Again, a guy who's played at a high level all year for you, and I just thought today, man, you talk about a highlight tape, you talk about teach tape. There was a lot that Jeremiah McClendon did right for you.
Yeah, I feel like he's playing as good. We have some really good players in this league, but I think Jeremiah is playing high-level football. He has each and every week. You're not going to play that position and not get beat. You're going to turn on games tomorrow on Sunday, and those guys are the most elite athletes in the world playing corner on Sunday. You're going to give up some plays, but that guy's playing aggressive, unbelievable play to drop and sink in that thing and make the pick. He's aggressive in tackles. He filled the stat sheet, deserving of it. He's been practicing well. He finished the year last year playing at a high level, and then just taking that into the summer. Just guys can count on him, and he's doing a great job.
Hey, Coach, I don't want to fact check you, but it was an 88-yard kickoff return for Craig Turner against Delaware in 07.
So 2006,
2006 was the punt return, 83 yards against Western Kentucky. That was the last time a punt return for a touchdown for the Dogs. So that, according to the record book, we may have to update that and check that.
I think you're wrong. Well, I know where I was standing on the sideline.
I mean, you say I'm looking at it right here in front of me, but we'll talk about that later.
That's a Tom question. Then. That's a Tom question.
Yes, 88-yard kickoff return against Delaware in the fourth quarter. Was the lone at least touch? It was the touchdown there. So just kickoff punt. Who cares? But at least
right.
in terms of,
I'm sure it was caught like this by Craig Turner, whatever it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, Coach. Wins are always hard to come by. Enjoy it. Enjoy the homecoming night. And I guess before I do let you go, just gosh, it was so great today, walking out through the tailgate lots, how packed they were early. I know you don't really get to experience that part of it being the head coach, but just so many former players are back today. And I know it's a normal homecoming feeling, but, man, it's got to be special for you just to have so many of these guys back, so many guys you have coached, to come back, be a great crowd, and get a big win against UNI.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, for whatever reason this year, it just felt it felt really special. Probably because I'm getting older, and a lot of these guys that you've coached are getting a little bit older, and families and coming back. But it's been a special couple days, man. I've gotten to visit with some guys that really mean a lot to me, and memories flooding back, and that's why I wanted them to celebrate with a win. Obviously, Jeremy going into the Hall of Fame, and then his teammates. We mentioned this, and he mentioned it. It's like, man, like when somebody goes in your air, it's like a group gets to go in and celebrate it together. So many things went into that. So it's been fun seeing a lot of those guys. Yeah, one day when I'm done coaching, me and Coach Poor will go tailgate.
Let's go tailgate, baby.
I can't wait for that.
Absolutely. Coach Hill, congratulations. Thanks so much for the time.
All right, I appreciate it.